Hi there, Virgo, and welcome back to Star-Lord's Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the week of July the 19th through to the 25th. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. First up, we have the Five of Sevens. The Five of Sevens. Wow, where did that come from? The Seven of Swords in the reverse position, followed then by Major Arcana Justice in the upright. Next we have Major Arcana the Tower in reverse, followed then by the Three of Cups upright, and lastly we have the Four of Cups reversed. What's going on here, Virgo? We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position, also known as the Five of, what did I call it? The Five of Sevens, yes. The Seven of Swords in the upright position can point to that sketchy behavior. It could be mostly about avoidance, trying to avoid something, trying to avoid responsibility of something, trying to avoid a person, trying to avoid a group of people, a situation, what have you. Can represent a sketchy person, maybe outside of yourself, that was trying to get away with something, but you caught them. Virgo caught them, of course. If anybody's going to catch it, it's going to be a Virgo. So that could be the case for some of you. If somebody was trying to make out, steal your ideas, hopefully not steal your belongings, but whatever the case is, the thief gets caught in the reverse position. It can also represent the pointing back to the Six of Swords in the upright, which is a card that represents sort of like escaping, moving away from a situation. So this could be for some of you, perhaps you're no longer avoiding a situation this week. Maybe you're dealing with it head on. If it was about avoidance, this could be about avoiding a group of people, somebody, a situation. Sometimes we put things off, we procrastinate because we really don't want to deal with it. But eventually, we have to pay the piper and deal with it. It could be the case for some of you this week, Virgo. Maybe you're just, saying, the heck with it. I'm just going to deal with it. Bite the bullet, just get it over with. And here we go. Right at the beginning of the week, we have Justice here in the upright position. This is Libra energy. Some of you could be connected with a Libra. And perhaps there's justice, panning out here between you and this Libra, but this could also be representative of just justice in itself. So for some of you, this is poetic justice. Maybe you're seeing something play out and you're like, whoa, yeah, there we go. Karmic justice right there. Others of you, it could be about the judicial system. Perhaps if you've got something going on in a court settings, maybe this is, showing that justice will be done in that situation. For others of you, it could be about an arbitration, maybe that's settled, or somebody could be, say, for example, there was injustice going on at your workplace. Maybe someone steps in, could be a boss or a higher up, or somebody who knows what the scoundrel was up to and brings justice here. This does make sense, right? The thief gets caught and justice is here. So good news for some of you if this is actually what's going on in your situation. It's paired up here with the Tower here in the reverse position. For some of you, maybe this is a pretty serious situation where somebody did something, they got caught, justice was here, and it helped to avoid what could have been a disastrous situation had this person got away with it. So that could be the case. It could be a very serious matter for some of you. For others of you, this could just be about, I'm glad that, the fairness and balance came into the situation at work or what have you, because it helped to avoid what could have been a disastrous situation. Say somebody was trying to set you up at work or something like that. For others of you, maybe this is a judicial system situation where justice comes down and you're like, oh, thank goodness, because now, it helps me to avoid what could have been a disastrous situation. Maybe for some of you, perhaps if you were dealing with a, situation, maybe you got a ticket for something that was like outrageously expensive or something, and it would have caused a real setback. But the justice is here, it rules in your favor, so now you don't have to, pay that ticket kind of thing. Or, whatever, again, just Virgos, you guys are very, very smart, and I know you understand these kinds of readings, and that it's a general thing, but you also know how to correlate stuff to, to what I'm talking about. So just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate for you, it's not your reading, it's nothing to worry about. But this is pretty intense at the beginning of the week. It looks like something gets cleared up, and it definitely looks like it's cleared up in your favor with the Tower in reverse. Phew, right? And it's something to celebrate because we move on towards the weekend. We've got the Three of Cups here. This is a card that represents celebrations because why? There is something to celebrate. For some of you, yes, there was a situation. Maybe somebody did try to get away with something. They were caught. Justice was done. Disaster averted, and time to celebrate. For, others of you, perhaps it was just an injustice that was going on, or it could have been a long drawn out court case that is finally being dealt with, no longer avoiding dealing with this situation. Or perhaps for some of you have been waiting and waiting and waiting to deal with this situation through the courts, and now you're finally able to. Could be that they finally get to your case or that kind of thing, and it's definitely something to celebrate. For others of you, this could be about something completely different and maybe unrelated to what's going on in the beginning of the week, and this could be just getting together with some friends towards the end of the week. Maybe this is putting together some type of get-together. Sometimes the Three of Cups can represent like a farewell party, a bon voyage party, or this is like, say, if we've just left our job to go to a new one. This is like having our last couple of drinks and celebrations with our current co-workers, like it's sort of like a farewell. Others of you could be moving away, maybe now that you're waiting for something to happen. It's happened and everything's in your favor, so it's time for you to move on. Maybe some of you are moving away and this is your farewell party. Others of you could be attending, or maybe it's even your own engagement party, that kind of thing, or baby shower or something like that. It's something to celebrate definitely at the end of the week. And this is interesting because now we have the Four of Cups in the reverse position. That does what? Points back to the Three of Cups in the upright. You're definitely celebrating something. There is something seriously to celebrate here. And sometimes the Four of Cups in the upright position, which can point to that sort of emotional apathy. When it's in reverse, this can represent that somebody has jump-started our emotions. Now, for some of you, it could be, this long-awaited situation is now being dealt is now being dealt with. But, so there's something to celebrate. It's been a long time coming, and now you're celebrating it, and you're feeling really good. But for others of you, this could be something that brings your freedom back, and you're finally able to feel something really good again. This could be represent, maybe some of you, this is the your divorce is final, that kind of thing, and you're celebrating your newfound singlehood and you're out there celebrating, feeling good, having a good time, and maybe you spot somebody that sort of opens up the emotions and makes you feel some kind of way. So no matter how you select, the last part of this reading, Virgo, is perfect. It could be representing that you get together with some friends, maybe you haven't seen them in a long time, or it could be family member, anybody who you hold dear, and this is where you're feeling really good. You're feeling like my heart is full, my emotions are feeling really good. Sometimes the Three of Cups too could represent a surprise party. So maybe some of you are going to an event and it turns out to be a surprise party for you. Sorry to spoil the surprise if that's the case. But anyway, Virgo, that is your reading. I really hope it helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.